Okay, guys, so welcome back. So, today we will be talking about a next series of question, that is move zeros to end. Okay, so yeah, so guys, this is the question. Okay, so you are given an integer array nums. Okay, so basically we will be doing the lead code version also, and uh, we will discuss. Uh, I'll also be explaining, or I rather I would we would be discussing, uh, some say logic building we will be doing on the pad. Okay. So what basically we need to do is we need to move all the zeros to the end of the nums, right? And what is the next thing? While maintaining the relative order of non-zero elements. So whatever are the non-zero elements, that we have to maintain the order, right? It should be kept in the same way as it was there in the original array, right? So you have been given an example. If you have this input array 0 1 0 3 12, okay, so our output has to be all the non-zeros to the left and all the zeros to the right. Okay, so what method you can adopt? What comes to your mind? What is coming to your mind? Just think about it. Let's do the grinding. Let's try doing the dry run. Okay. So this is my nums. Okay. I'll consider this as my nums, and let me take I and j, the two elements, right? So initially I'll put I and j side by side. That is, so my I will start from here. Okay. My I will start from here, and j will start from I plus 1. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to put this to this location, right? And with this I'll shift this here, I'll shift this here, and all the elements will be shifted, right? 9 will be here and 10 will be, and then this. So my output should be like this: 1 3 2 1 5 6 9 10 comma 0 comma 0, right? This should be my output. Okay, this should be my output, right? Input nums is this and output has to be this. Now what is coming to my mind? Let me just erase this to remove the clutter. Okay, now let's say my j, uh, let's say my j is here, it comes here, then what will I do? I'll have to shift this 0 to here. Okay, so what logic? Let's say if my j starts from here. Okay, let me start my j from here, then I can move this I. Okay, why I'm putting j's here? Because I need to shift 0 to here, right? In the end, so I must have something which I can swap with. Okay, no, swapping will not do because otherwise this 10 will come here, right? So that we cannot do. Okay, if uh, if we were given, if we were asked that we don't have to follow any order, then we could have done that. That would have been probably easier. But here we have to think something else. Okay, so let's bring this j here. So guys, this is how you need to think. Okay, and this is an easy question, so you must be able to do within, maybe at least you should get an idea within 10 to 15 minutes of the time. Okay, so let's think about it. Okay, so what I can do is, if my j comes to 0, uh, I'll replace this 2 here and this 0 here. This I need to do, right? So let's think on those lines. For I in range 0 to n, right? Now, what we will do is, we will keep j here. So for, let's start with nested for loop. J in range I plus 1 to, uh, it should be n and it should be n minus 1. Okay. N minus 1. Okay. Now what we will do is, if nums of I let's say if nums of j is equal to 0, then okay, let's do in this way. If nums of I equal to 0, then given an integer array nums, move all zeros to the end while maintaining the relative order of. Okay, so what needs to be done is um, you can just try coding also for I in range 0 to n minus 1. Okay, and if we take for loop, I think we don't require double for loop. Let us put j equals 0 here. So how we will do? So if we do it in place, let's try out the brute force approach. If we do it uh, by creating another list, then probably we can do it very easily. Uh, we just have to put a condition if nums of I equal to not equal to 0. Okay, not equal to 0. Okay, then simply we'll do result dot append nums of I, right? So whenever nums of I is not 0, it will append it, right? That's it. And we have this constraint nums of length is 10 to the power 4, so we can probably uh, return the result. Let's check if so. N we can have here n equals n nums. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is this is giving me those numbers which are uh, which are not equal to 0, right? So further we have to put zeros in the end, right? We have to actually move zeros towards the end. So what we're gonna do is we can add the zeros. Okay, but we have a query how many zeros we need to add. So we will just subtract the length of these two, like the length of nums and the length of this result, and that much zero, whatever is the difference coming, that much zero we can put in the end, right? We'll append. So let's consider L equals uh, n minus len of result. Okay. And now we will for I in range 0 to L, right? And we will just append result dot append 0, right, append 0, and in the end return result. Else I plus equals 1. Let's say if my I is 0 here, so nums of 0 is not equal to 0, is it? Nums of 0 is 0. So it will just uh, increase it will come to this loop, and it will increase the uh, value of I. Now it will again go, now value of I is 1. So nums of 1 is not equal to 0. So nums of 1 is equal to 1. So 1 is not equal to 0. Yes. So it will append in the result. Right. So it will append nums of 1. That is 1. So it will append 1. Right. I think code is correct. Why it is giving this output? Let's try to overwrite on nums. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just do I'll just do for I in range 0 to n, nums of I is equal to result I return nums, or that's it. Yeah, but this zero, if I remove square bracket. Okay, so now it is done. In the end, what I have done is um, I have rewrote whatever is the result of I that I have rewritten on nums of I, and the question says I don't have to return uh, any any list, right? So you don't have to return any additional list. So you just have to copy and paste the elements of results of I which we have created as a temporary file or say temporary list. um, we'll just copy and paste all the elements one by one to nums of I. That will ultimately fetch us what is required in the question, right? So that is how the idea is. Let us try submitting this code. So the code is submitted, guys, and let's discuss what is the time complexity. So the time complexity for this will be O of n, right? Let us write it O of n. Okay. And these are all comparing statements. So append and all takes just O of 1, right? That is a constant. This will also take O of 1. Okay. Now here we are again doing 0 to L. Okay. So it will have this order O of L, right? And this will have O of 1, and again this will have O of n. Okay. Order of n. So here the total time complexity becomes O of n plus O of n plus O of L plus O of constant. Okay. So in all, the time complexity has become order of n plus L. Okay. Which is approximately, sorry, order of 2n plus L. Okay. Which is approximately equal to order of n only, right? So this is a good solution. So this was with the help of an additional array we took. What if we don't want to take this additional array and uh, need to change everything within the array itself? How do we do that? Can be done using I and j, that is two pointers, right? We can try using two pointers approach. Okay, so that we can do. So do not return anything, modify nums in place instead. So this uh, we are doing it. We have done it. Okay. Can we try thinking on those lines? I mean, let's say we have this for I in range 0 to n. So what I want to do is, whenever 0 is coming, I will just switch it. I will just switch it. Okay, that's how we will be doing. So if nums of I equals 0, okay, then what I'll do, I'll do nums of I comma nums of j is equal to nums of j comma nums of I. Right. This is a swapping mechanism in Python, right? You must be knowing that. Okay. But I have to write the condition. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I need to write the condition. Okay. Yeah. If nums I equal to, what we will do, let's consider j. Whenever I move j, nums of I equals 0, then probably or this I'll just put one condition j equals I plus 1. I I'll just put condition J equals I plus 1 here, right? So J equals I plus 1, I'll be putting this condition here, and what I'm doing is I have this J I plus 1 here. It means that J, if my I is at 0, my J is at 1. So probably what I'm doing is nums of I is 0, and so I'm just switching or swapping 0 with 1. So 0 will come here and 1 will come at the this position. Okay. After that, what I'll do, so 0 is at this position. Now J and I. Okay. So now the next is I'll do I plus equals 1 plus equals 1. So that I gets shifted. So I will come at first index. So at first index it is 0. Okay. So and also here it is also 0. Okay. So if I is 0, nums of I is 0, then nums of j should not be 0. Okay. Then only we can swap. So j plus equals 1, right? The value of j will also increase. So yeah, yes. Else means if nums of I is not equal to 0, then let's say nums of I reaches this 3, then I'll just say j plus equals 1. Okay. And let's try executing it. So index is getting out of range, so we have to put a limit. This should be minus 1. Okay. Okay, so something we are getting. Okay. So if my nums is this, then I have shifted this 0. Okay, this 0 is left as it is. All right, all right. So what I've done is I have taken care of this 0. So it has been moved till the end, but I have left this 0 somewhere in the code. Okay, so that I have to identify this bug, and what exactly is happening, that we have to think upon, right? let's uh, consider the opposite situation. If numbers of I is not equal to 0, then what we will do, say in this case, if numbers of I is equal to not equal to 0, what will be 0? So we used to swap the so so this gets swapped now, or it comes belongs to this is 1. Now I was come here. Okay. So if nums of I is not equal to 0, again, then again it will swap. But then again, but then again this 0 will remain as it is. That's the problem. It is coming. Okay. Let's I have to swap J nums of I and nums of J becomes nums of J and nums of from J. And so now the other question is, so my num of I uh, here and nums of J here. Now again nums of I is not equal to 0. So but it is equal to 0, but J and J equal. J will get shifted. Okay. Right. But after shifting, why not we take while loop, because we control the movement of I and J while I is given and not, let's say, okay, because we have to, otherwise this for loop will, you know, every time I plus equals that we don't want. We actually where we have to stop I and where we have to stop J. That the thing we would like to think here. That is all my idea is. So if my nums of I is not equal to 0, okay, but it is 0. So what I'll do, I'll not be shifting my. I'll have to take this again. So what J will attribute come here. Okay. Uh, so when J is here, then also the swapping not be done. So again J will shift. So when J comes here, I is not. Uh, I is still here position. So still I is equal. So once my J, okay, so I have to check with the J. Yeah. So I have to check with this J because I have to check if J is not equal to 0. When J is not equal to 0, then only because I am moving J. And when J is not equal to 0, I mean the nums of J is not equal to 0, then only I'll swap J with I, right? Once the swapping is done, then again I'll shift I, right? Then I have to check for I also, right? Let's see if nums of J is not equal to 0. So let us start with 2 once again. With, my J and my I is here, my J is here. So if nums of J is not equal to 0, that is true. And nums of J is not equal to 0, what happens is so when we come back, J will come also. Now this will. And after this, if I do, I'll increase my I'll increase, so again J is equal to 0, but J is 0. So what it will not change. Yes, this is the correct answer. I think this code will work. Can't access local variable. Yeah. So I need to assign I also, right? I is equal to 0. Before I, so I equal 0 and this starts. Now with respect to J, J also is initially J is equal to I plus 1. J also starts from. Should I? J starts with one. That is out of it. I minus one. And J is not equal to 0. Then it is wrapping. Okay. Yeah, start INJ with 0 plus and move J till you find non-zero. Yeah. Yes. So with I. That is what it seems. Can I submit it? I think we have to check with them some. Okay, but are all test cases running? Are part. That's one zero. It's not zero. I will just put the one condition and Any suggestions? Yeah. So what mistake we were doing is we were traversing the loop on I, and here we were comparing the jth pointer, which was wrong. So as the j moves, so does the condition, right? So all 75 to 75 test cases have passed, right? And so guys, this code is running, taking 5 milliseconds and beats 50.12% of the people. So this completes our question. So we have actually done with brute force approach as well, where our time complexity was coming this to order of 2n plus L. But here our time complexity is coming only order of n. Okay. And what is the space complexity? Space complexity will be order of 1 because we are not consuming any extra space. Okay. So space complexity will be order of 1. This is how this problem is getting solved. Okay. Guys, this was the basic, like how intuition is to be developed, right? How we can, question using the techniques of two pointers. Okay, this we have learned today. Okay, and this was day 11, guys. I'll be doing 200 DSA question. Okay, that will be based completely on Python, and I will want you guys to participate also. Okay, slowly and slowly we will developing our skills and our intuition towards how we can solve a particular problem. Okay, so keep watching and keep subscribing to the video. Okay, and thanks a lot. Bye bye, take care, and good night.